Hello, it is Surplus. I'd like to apologize, first of all, for missing last week. I forgot. It's as simple as that, and it may happen again. Mainly because, number one, I'm going to do my 25 things again. As I missed them, so that's my number one. My number one is that I'm going to do the 25 things. And I guess to add the thing in there is that usually I won't forget about one-time events, but if it's supposed to be recurring, I'll forget the first time. Almost always, unless it's something I have to like prepare for a lot, which like in a day in advance or multiple days in advance, I'll remember that. But if it's like I have to just do it on the day of, I will forget the first time. Like this. Number two, I was afraid of dogs growing up, but my sister got a couple of dogs and I've gotten better since then. Number three, I have a tendency to accidentally go into a British accent for no reason. I don't have any reason to, and it's probably bad. I don't really know. I'm going to try to avoid that in the videos up until it becomes there's some reason for it, or it just happens accidentally. So if that does happen, and it's awful, I apologize. And if it's not awful, well then, whatever. Number four, I have a Doctor Who pocket watch. Although, ultimately, it is way cooler on the inside. I just find clockwork books really cool. And hopefully wait a second. That's reversed. Well, I apologize now for the fact that the video is a mirror, but I can't change that. This system I'm using will not allow that. If I can figure out a way to unmirror it, I will. But know that as of the recording, it's mirrored. Alright. Speaking of Doctor Who, number 5, my favorite doctor, is 10. Number 6, I feel like whenever I'm in the ocean, in the water, in the lake, any kind of lake, and there's seaweed that touches you, I hate that. Like, some part of me feels like it's me an octopus or something kind of trying to grab me, and it's no seaweed. No seaweed. No. I don't like seaweed. Number 7. I'm going to be at a panel in Halcon, which is our location's big panel. The panel will be revolving around Homestuck, and I'll be playing a character named Equius in it, and I will be Grey. Yeah. So if you want to see me being Grey, go to the Halcon Homestuck panel. Interestingly enough, though, as of number 8, my favorite troll is not Equius. My favorite troll is a tie between Terezi, Pyrope, and Karkat Vantas. And one of you might have understood that, but if anybody else does, I will be surprised. Loosely relating to that, my astrological sign is Libra, though a moon sign for me is Cancer. The moon sign, I think, is based on where the moon is when you're born in relation to where you are on Earth. It's a weird thing, but it works, I guess. It means something. In terms of number 11, I am a Dungeons and Dragons / Pathfinder game master. Mostly Pathfinder now. I know vague amounts about dungeon mastering at 3.5e and 4e, but very, very little compared to Pathfinder, which I know quite a bit more about because I've actually run a couple of sessions. Number 11, I'm an admin for a Pokemon League on Pokemon Showdown on the Frost server. It is called the Yeah League, and it's pretty cool. But otherwise, most people won't care about that, but I like it. It's fun. You know, it's cool. Number 12. I'm the only person on this channel, to my knowledge, unless somebody fails miserably, which hopefully no one does, because you're all awesome, who is going to be in high school during the next school year. Everybody else I know will still be in high school. No, so we'll be not in high school like everybody else who is in this. I know most people I know aren't going to be university next year, but most of our friends are. Most of the people on this channel are, because they're smart and they're going to places and stuff. So, yeah. Number 13, I have a tendency to answer non-yes or no questions with yes or no. Ask me what I want for dinner, and I will say food. I don't have very good ability to make those kind of decisions usually, so I just kind of BS them, and it works. Um, let's see. If you ask me to make puns about a subject with which I am familiar, I won't stop. Ever. It will keep going and going and going, and I won't stop. Until I decide to, but you can't make me stop. If I start going my Pokemon Punch train, run. Run while you still can. There will be no escape. And that will be a video probably someday. So run. Run while you still can. Let's see, where was I then? 15. I am one of the many, many, many people waiting. When I say waiting, I mean waiting for Half-Life 2 Episode 3. Come on, Valve. It's not that hard to count. Number 16. I'm fairly certain the first game I ever played was either Mario Kart 64, Donkey Kong 64, Ocarina of Time, or Pokemon Red. And even if Ocarina of Time wasn't the first, it's still one of the most memories of, I would say, because I watched my sister beat it time and time again. And due to that reason, number 18, Ocarina of Time is my favorite Zelda game, even if the only one I've ever actually 100%ed is Twilight Princess. Ocarina of Time has the nostalgia factor from watching my sister play it and having all these memories and be like, oh, that's what that was. Oh, I get it now. I think it's a pretty great experience when you saw someone else play a game growing up and then you see the game like, oh, I get everything now. And you kind of see all the things you thought were things, but they weren't because you were a child and you didn't understand them. 19. I have never owned an Xbox and don't ever intend to. However, number 20. I own a PlayStation 2, but I have very few games for it. I have 3 of them, and only one of them I would say is a good game. One of them is Shadow the Hedgehog, which is not a good game. There's the Lord of the Rings game, which I don't really know. It's kind of weird. It's wonky. And the last one is Kingdom Hearts 2, which is a good game. I just have none of the context because I don't have Kingdom Hearts 1. Yeah, doesn't work out well. I do, number 21, I do own a GameCube, a Wii, and a Wii U, as well as a working DS, 3DS, and just those two, because all of my Game Boys ended up breaking for one reason or another. My Game Boy Advance had the screen burn, my Game Boy Advance SP had its charger basically just stopped working and its charging port broke. And, stuff like that where pretty much every Game Boy device I ever had, and even my first DS. Actually, no, my first DS still worked. I lent it to a friend because I had a DS Lite. However, that friend's brother kind of threw that DS at a wall. So, the original DS stopped working, but I still have my DS Lite, which works pretty well, aside from a broken R button. And on that, still number 21, my sisters have a Nintendo 64 going back and forth between them. It depends on whichever one actually has time, which right now is not my eldest sister. Speaking of which, number 22, I have 2 sisters, the oldest of whom is married and has a law degree, and a political science degree. One's university, one's law school. The other one has a degree in psychology, if memory serves. Number 23. I am, myself, interested in psychology, but also in computers, which can probably be understood from the fact that a lot of these are video game related. Let's see. Number 24 is Je parle français, which means I speak French and French. And last but not least, number 25. I'm going to go upload this, and then I'm going to have a nap. I'm tired. Exams are next week. What the hell? Bye, everybody! This has been Surplus with a list of things